What's up, homies? Welcome to Samthedingus Life. Some of you guys probably look up to me or to me for training advice. So, I'm here to give you the most important of all of it today. So many things, everything basically, goes back in some way to what you're eating. Because food tastes great, but it's not meant to taste great, so to speak. It's fuel for your body. It's literally, think of it in a survival sense. If we weren't in this super spoon-fed society where you can just go to the store and buy some shit, you would take anything you can get in the wild, and your body would have no choice but to use that as energy. So you want to be as respectful to your body as possible when you're thinking about what you stuff into it. Now, dieting is tough because you have to consider so many things. For example, the long term, 20 years down the road, what are you going to want? And are you going to be able to sustain what you're doing for 20 years? Oftentimes the answer is no. Bulking and cutting is a somewhat decent way to balance it, because I find then you can have a season where you eat a lot of the things that you really, really, really like, and then you cut down during the summertime or whenever it is that you cut. But in general, I think the best way to do it is just to have some kind of plan that you can stick to. Just go straight through, so you're always making the gains that you want, not this off and on season, if that makes sense. So I can talk to you guys a lot about dieting itself, and I probably will as I go, but I just actually brought this camera out so I could show you guys some of the things that I eat, because the information might be helpful to you. All in all, the main thing that I focus on is lots of protein. Protein. Back in my old days, before I headed off to Virginia, actually, so about 3 months ago, everything before that, I only focused on protein. I said, I don't want any of the other macronutrients, no carbs, no fat. Just hit me with that protein. Now, your body uses protein to build muscle, but if it doesn't have other energy sources, for example, body fat to use, or carbs and fat, then it will use protein for energy. So it's not better actually to get some of the other things so that your body chooses to take from there and then uses the protein for muscle synthesis, which is what you want it for, right? Alright, so obviously I eat more things than just this, and sometimes I eat like a complete idiot. I'll tell you guys all about that, but for now I just want to show you guys some of the stuff I like to eat. Beef jerky. Now, personally, sugar-free beef jerky is definitely the way to go. Beef jerky is pretty expensive, but pretty good nutrition, and even something like this is good. But like I said, beef jerky actually usually has a lot of sugar in it, so if you can get sugar-free, do that. And also, that's really the only things that we're looking out here for. There are certain kinds of carbohydrates that are not as good for you. That's really the only thing that we specifically avoid. Still get sugar, but don't focus on sugar, and focus on not getting a ton of sugar. Here we got some powdered peanut butter. This is a newer introduction to my life, but I do have a peanut butter addiction, so that in some ways may help, but I just usually put that in my yogurt or something to make it awesome. Now this is the protein stash, actually. We've got tuna here. This is literally as pure as it gets. 80 calories, no carbs or fat, 19 grams protein. You can't really beat that. More seafood. This is herring fillets. This has a nice balance, more energy, a little bit less protein dominant. We got protein bars. Always nice to have those here and there, but I try not to make too much of a staple out of protein bars. And we got larger packets of tuna, also some salmon packets. Basically, I fuck with fish heavy because it's good lean protein, dependably. Here we got a seed collection. This is flax, chia, and hemp. I smoke the weed. I eat the weed. I put this in my yogurt as well. Here we got protein shakes. You cannot ever miss out on a protein shake. Alright, that's all for this zone. Here we got my fat tub of whey protein. I do be munching that plenty. Now, healthy fats are essential to a good diet as well. And so I'll introduce to you my weaknesses the easiest snacking foods. Now you have to be careful snacking on this stuff because it's very energy dense. Your calories will add up faster than you realize. However, I do make sure every day to eat some form of almonds, these here cashews, and peanut butter. Try to get peanut butter with less sugar. Like, I'm not really a super Nazi about what I eat, but you know, in general, why not just choose better for yourself, I suppose. So I try not to like do too much bread, though it's like my favorite cheat meal is bread or waffles or oatmeal. But here I got white bread done right. Really, what I'm told is unbleached flour is bad for you. I don't know exactly why, but if there's such a thing as good and bad carbs, white bread is usually not the way to go. But this here stuff is specifically made for us health nuts. So, appreciate that. Let's see. Ooh, these are great. This is a waffle and pancake mix with some protein in it. I'm not gonna eat that today, but ooh, boy do I love that stuff. It's nice to eat in the morning, like just to get my breakfast carbs going, you know. Bananas, I eat frequently. Lots and lots and lots of water. All right, let's examine my refrigerator. So here, hey, I'm 21 recently, by the way, so got some Old Smoky Moonshine. Not really a daily eat, but hey, just gotta show that off real quick. I've been drinking a lot of vegetable juice since I got to Virginia. I'm back in Connecticut, if you didn't know, but make sure I have a glass of veggie juice every morning. And here's my special Untitled milk. It's basically, you know, normal milk is actually a lot less like healthy than most people realize. Like, it's got a lot of sugar, so this stuff has extra protein, reduced sugar. So Fairlife milk is quite good. Also, eggies. I fucks with eggs heavy. It's the best of the best. What can I say? I could eat eggs every day for the rest of my life, happily. Now for the main section here. We've got cottage cheese and this here yogurt with only 2 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, 90 calories per serving. That's hard to beat. It's too good, is the name of it. 2 with TWO. We got some turkey titty. Always getting my protein where I can. There's a trillion types of cheeses in here that I'm not going to go through, but I make sure I eat my cheese. And for a good mix of carbs, fat, protein, we have hummus here. This is the pine nut hummus. I'm a big fan. And also guacamole. Both of those are daily eats because of the healthy fats. Alright, I'm going to move on from the cheese drawer, but hey, it's cheese. And not too much in the freezer that we need to go through, but we got these here protein waffles too. Wholesome whole grains. It's usually how I rock. Oh, this is something I just picked up today, actually. Some ice cream. Some pretty chill ice cream. 450 calories for the whole thing. And I eat less than a serving when I go at it. Like, I just, like, take spoonfuls at a time. So, like I was saying, you know, it has to be sustainable. So, your diet has to be something that you enjoy, you know. If you're like, I can't live without ice cream, then find a place for ice cream in your diet. You know, you don't have to leave yourself, like, tortured and emaciated. Like, you have to enjoy what you're doing or else it's not going to work. And you have to have, like, a reason why you're doing it in the first place. Like, if you have a genuine reason to diet because you want to be healthy or you want to be your peak physique, then you might not even have to really think about it because you just do what it takes to get what you want. And that's good. Alright, and here we got more cottage cheese, more protein shakes, beer. Got a 60 carton of eggs. And here we got some burger patties. Usually I do like some kind of beef every week, I'd say, like steak or stew meat or something. Also, we got a lot of chicken breasts. When those get cooked up, I'll be eating a lot of those. Also, sugar-free barbecue is great. Sugar-free honey mustard. Great stuff. Alright, now there's one place left that I want to take you. And like I said, obviously there's stuff in here that I'm not including because I just don't have in my house at the time. But this is actually pretty much the gist of the things that I eat. Now, I have an apocalypse stash, like an emergency stash of food, which I very irresponsibly just go in and eat from sometimes because I'm a fucking idiot. And when I do that, I be cheating with Cliff Bars. It's solid energy, you know, but it's a lot of sugar, much more than I'd say is advertised. So really be careful with Cliff Bars. But like everything else, you can make room for it in your diet if you truly want it. Here we got some canned seafood, some more chicken, crab meat, turkey, more packets of things. That's it. Now, I'm just gonna pause this video here and take a second to think of anything else that I might not have here. No, this is obvious. I'm gonna give this its own video sometime, but hella water. Drink hella water. Your body needs it. Every morning, also, I eat my vitamin gummies. I take it as just like a reward for being alive. That gives me something back. It's like, congrats, you woke up, here's some candy, kid. And also, it's got your daily vitamins. It's like a win-win-win-win-win. That's pretty much all I can think of for things that I eat. Surely there's more. Now, I would say my diet is protein dominant. I do make sure I get my carbs. A lot of different diets will tell you different things, and everything works for different people. Some people are very adamant about keto, and I don't know if I could pull that off or if I would ever want to. Couldn't do vegetarian, couldn't do low carb. So if you're trying to put on muscle mass, muscle size itself, stay on the carbs, stay on the protein. Protein dominant, that's what I'm saying. But make sure you got that energy, and make sure you eat at the right times. Eat the right thing at the right times, it'll pay out more. You know, you don't want to just eat only protein in the AM and then like carbs in the PM. That's like kind of reverse intuition, if that makes sense. Think of it as carbs and fat are energy. Protein is what you need. It's a bucket of screws for your building project. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys some of the things that I be munching on. Give you some ideas for yourself. Ask me questions in the comments if dieting is something you're concerned with. I will do more and more follow-up videos about this because, hey man, I got plenty to talk about on the subject and it's very helpful for my people, so I'm gonna be around. Alright, till then, stay hungry, stay healthy.